Welcome to Born in the 80s. Christmas is Terrible 2025. I'm joined by my lovely co-hosts.
Lauren Rowe.
I was going to say
President.
Matt Hag, but...
Matt
not watching?
Matt had his chance at 7:30. Look, it's a school night, and we have to watch a 90-minute movie and then talk about it. So
Matt might be here.
He might be here in the second half, yes.
Yeah, but you're not getting... If you're a Matt listener, skip to the end.
Yeah.
You don't get to fucking get any Matt content for the beginning.
You're a real Matt head.
Yeah.
Lauren heads rejoice.
Yeah, Lauren heads, she's here right at the start.
So I did not go. I was not on the episode because I was busy cranking my hog on the episode, which we decided what movie is the Christmas is Terrible. So now I get y'all to that. No one has told me this is the reveal to Spanky what the fuck movie I'm about to watch. So
hey, Spanky, we talked about like 2 or 3 different movies, and I don't think we officially decided anyway. So
yeah, and I don't think the movie that I've picked for tonight was on any of these things that we talked about. So.
Yep. Oh, good. So it's the reveal to everybody what movie we're watching.
So not me. I know what we're watching.
So
I'm glad that I didn't be on the last one when we were supposed to decide that. Then.
So I thought about the Michael Showalter movie that came out that was on Prime Video. Oh, what fun! It has like 1 million people in it, and I heard it was not good, but it is also like almost 2 hours long. So that was a no.
Ooh.
And so I looked through my crappy holiday movies that I have obtained legally, and I found a movie from, it says 2006, but then the trailer that we watched is 2002. So, Deck the Halls, 2006. A movie called Deck the Halls. A 2006.
A movie called Deck the Halls. Are there multiple movies called Deck the Halls?
Maybe.
Like, certainly.
So this is a Danny DeVito / Matthew Broderick feature.
What?
Where we watched the trailer, which I guess we won't do here because I just want to get moving so we can get through this. But regardless of the whole thing, the idea is Matthew Broderick's character is Mr. Christmas. And he's in the town. He's like, hey, everyone respects him as being the most Christmassy guy.
He's the Martha May Whovier.
And then Danny DeVito, who's a car salesman, moves in on December 1st across the street
with his wife,
with his trophy wife, who's I have to imagine is Kristen Chenoweth.
Yeah, it's Kristen Chenoweth.
Okay.
They showed her.
Kristen Chenoweth, this is a very wicked.
Exactly. See, so we're this because of Wicked.
A very wicked Christmas.
And then basically it's just your classic two neighbors trying to out Christmas each other. The movie.
Also, for the second half, depending on how focused Lauren and I are, we might just talk for like the entire time about Wicked for good, because we did the other day while watching football just bitch about Wicked, the entire franchise of content for about 2 hours.
So you got some awesome 2006 actors in this.
Kristen Davis from
Sex and the City.
And
Sex and the City the movie.
Yeah, Sex and the City 2.
Kristen Chenoweth, of course, from Broadway, as well as various movies. I like 2006. We've got Jorge Garcia. You may remember as Hurley from Lost. Is in this.
Whoa! There's no way that guy's career ended up like he's got to be like a fucking incel influencer now or something.
Fred
right?
Armisen is in this for some reason.
Well, I mean, it was 2006.
Yeah.
So I got super excited that said the music's by George Clinton. Not that George Clinton. It's not by the funk musician.
It's by
Alia Shawkat, of course.
So I before we shit on George Clinton, George S. Clinton, I want you to know is a graduate of
MTSU.
Hold on, Middle Tennessee State University. So like, let's not shit on Middle Tennessee State University here.
I've been there. It's a great campus.
George Clinton.
He did the recognizable. He did the score for Austin Powers International Man of Mystery, which
Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. That's
no,
iconic.
that was Quincy Jones. That's the thing about that movie is like the main song of it is a song that already existed by Quincy Jones. So he did the bum 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 dun, 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 dun. He did that kind of stuff.
Wait, he did the
Up in there.
NBC football?
He did Big Mama's House too. The Santa Claus 3, The Escape Clause.
I like that to no one you are defending George S. Clinton.
Oh, John moved past
Yeah.
and didn't acknowledge. So I'm like repping GSC over here.
So Cal Penn also in this apparently.
It was 2006. That makes sense.
And then
Algon Penitentiary.
did you know that Cal Penn was a White House staff member in the Barack Obama administration?
I do, because I was a watcher of the television program House, and because he got that job, they had his character commit suicide for no fucking reason. And it was weird and bad.
I see. I didn't
And
realize
then
he
they
was in
tried to make it a House episode where House figures out that he was actually murdered,
Oh.
but then they couldn't do that because that would probably require having written anything for that. So at the end, they just go, no, House, he actually did just kill himself. And that was the end of the episode, and it was really fucking weird.
Corey Monteith. Remember him?
Explain.
Corey Monteith, he was in Smallville, Supernatural, Final Destination 3, and then died of a drug overdose of heroin. So
Sorry, Monteith.
he was like a child actor.
Oh, he's the guy from Glee. Okay.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, he
Was he in
was
Glee?
in Glee.
First
Yeah.
4 season.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he died.
Oh, that's where I know the name from.
Because Kenzie, who's showing me Glee, was
yes.
like, that guy's dead.
So yeah,
I
we
like
got the-
that you said someone is showing you Glee, because it is something that, like, no one would ever watch that on their own now.
No.
And then in this movie, I believe based on the trailer, there's a Danny DeVito and Kristen Chenoweth's daughter is named Mackenzie, and it's twins, and I think played by the same actress.
And twins!
Thank you. That added a lot to the
I know.
podcast.
Dogs that love cats.
So, but maybe not 1995. So no, that can't be it because this kid would have been 11. Maybe, I don't know. Regardless, I looked up this actress Nicole Ann Peltz Beckham. She got married to Brooklyn Beckham, who's David Beckham's son. But she starred in her another movie role in 2010. You may remember.
Yeah, the important role.
The important role. She was in Avatar. Oh no, not that Avatar.
Sorry.
The
Avatar.
bad Avatar.
Oh, sorry. No, Avatar's not in the title. It's The Last
Yeah,
Airbender.
so she starred in The
Did she
Last
play
Airbender
Appa?
as Katara. Famous
This blonde
blonde
woman?
white girl played Katara.
Yep.
I don't like that. I don't know anything about the M. Night Shyamalan.
It is the better of the two live-action adaptations of Avatar: The Last Airbender, and that is only an insult to both of them.
Wow. I feel like you're doing the new one dirty, but
No, I'm not. It's really
it's-
fucking.
I don't know if it's
stupid.
really bad. I think it's
It
just
has a
pointless.
It has a couple of notches
No, it's
against
really
it.
bad.
When
It-
we go
but-
to Mall of America, we could go on. We'll go
Here's
on
what I like
Avatar
about us
rides.
watching. Here's what I like about us watching
Okay,
a
I'm
2006
okay.
film. The thing that's wrong with the Avatar adaptation now, and the thing that's wrong with most fucking movies and shows that I hate, is the second screen thing. Which is that, like, if you make something nowadays, you have to make it to the maximum audience, which means you have to make it to an audience that's half watching because they're scrolling TikTok on their phone. So everyone has to
Like
talk like
Lauren.
an idiot and repeat themselves all the time, and nothing could be no plot element can be too complicated, because if they can't explain it by like the characters just constantly restating it, people who are scrolling TikTok and half watching won't know, and everything's fucking written like that now.
You know what though? This movie was also written like that because I'm sure it was written for idiots because it's a holiday movie.
I honestly think that it's above the bar, because look, I've just been watching the final season of Stranger Things, which is the best season of Stranger Things in 3 years, and that's only an insult. But like, it does that shit. It does the like, Oh, we gotta go over here because the wall's made out of goop. Are you behind the wall? The wall that's made of goop? We're on the other side of the wall. You know, the wall that's made of goop. It's like if anyone's watching this fucking show, they've seen the wall made of goop.
Yeah.
Wall made of goop is my Grinder biopic.
So we've got the other thing too. We talked about the stars. Let's talk about the director, John Whitesell, from Iowa Falls, Iowa. Moved to New York City.
We're dreaming of a Whitesell Christmas.
He directed a bunch of television, and then he decided to direct films. Of course, he directed Calendar Girl in 1993, which I've never heard of.
I've heard of that.
Hans Zimmer did the
heard
music.
of
I
that.
feel like this movie is actually like well regarded. But then he took an 8-year break and directed the movie See Spot Run, a David Arquette film with the dog. Then Malibu's Most Wanted, starring everyone's favorite Jamie Kennedy. Then Big Mama's House 2, not the first one. And then Deck the Halls. So he actually did Big Mama's House 2 and Deck the Halls in the same year. So,
Prolific.
and then 5 years later, for some reason, he wasn't allowed to do movies for 5 years after Deck the Halls. Big Mama's sequel.
We'll find out.
Like Father,
why.
Like Son. And then he did Holiday in 2020.
So the
I think I've seen that.
for Holiday. It's
think
a
I watched
Netflix film from 2020.
Yeah. And then Don Reimer, which is one of the 3 people who wrote this, wrote other amazing things such as McGee and Me, Lauren. He wrote an episode of McGee and Me.
I'm friends with McGee on Facebook for some reason.
Uh-huh. He wrote the movie that John loves that's terrible from 1996 called Carpool with Tom Arnold. Then Big Mama's House 1, The Santa Claus 2, Agent Cody Banks 2, Destination London,
Not even good enough to write the first one.
Big Mama's House 2, and Deck the Halls. And then the movie Surf's Up, which I made Lauren watch.
You sure did.
And
It says
Rio.
He also wrote Rio and Rio 2.
I mean, this guy really writes a lot.
Oh, except for he's dead now. 2 of his films were posthumous releases.
Jesus.
Rio 2 is dedicated to his memory, and so was Ferdinand, released in 2017.
I would love if Rio 2 was dedicated to my memory.
He died from complications of head and neck cancer.
He died as he lived.
He died as he lived, having complications.
Anyway, all right. Well, that is our intro.
Died as he lived, being dedicated to Rio 2.
So everyone that's joining us, find out where you can even stream this.
Get comfy. Get a drink.
Yeah, it's being streamed anywhere.
I'm
Kiss
just looking
everyone
on
in your
Just
house
Watch.
and your neighborhood.
It's on Amazon to rent. It's on Hulu. You can stream it on Hulu.
Okay.
So
Disney Plus.
yes. So kick back, pop yourself some eggnog on the boiler to get it nice and warm, and watch this horrible movie and join us in the second half where Matt may be here. He
Knock
may
it
not
out.
Brought
be.
snacks.
I brought sparkling water.
I'm gonna get one.
We made a turkey today because I bought a turkey
nice.
in
I'm
Thanksgiving
very
week.
full.
Oh, nice.
And so I made a turkey and stuffing and corn pudding. So I'm very full of turkey. That's it.
Dark zone and spells, larger dumbbells, update today, can't wait to play. Christmas is here, bringing the cheer, rainbow and gold, Santa and cold, teleport to spawn, limiteds are gone, new hats they bring, made for a king, waiting to hear, new pets and tears, then disappear, grinding for years, leaks have been left, changing the sounds, flashing the sails, adding new tricks, hunting for new things, legendary wings, hat-trick of steer, Christmas is here, very, 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 very rare guns, legendary, very shiny guns, raiding with friends, gone, never ends, I'll never own, new pets are clones, dark zone and spells, larger dumbbells, update today, can't wait to play, Christmas is here, bringing the cheer, rainbow and gold, Santa and cold, teleport to spawn, limiteds are gone, new hats they bring, made for a king, waiting to hear, new pets and tears, then disappear, grinding for years, leaks have been left, changing sounds flashy for sale, adding new trills. Hunting for new things, legendary wings. Hat-trick steer, Christmas is here. Very, 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 very rare guns. Legendary, very shiny weird guns. Reading with friends, it never ends. Never ends. Pets are clones, dark zone and spells. Larger dumbbells, update today. Can't wait to play. Update's almost here, bringing new tears. Out with the old, crashing my gold. Old pets are gone, new ones will be strong. Please do not ping when I'm hunting.
It's very clear if you compare, they're way too rare. It is not fair.
Waiting around, time to rebound. Death line is spelled, disappear. My disco's ringing in, it is bringing anger and fear. No update here. Where are all my very, very rare pets? Legendary, very shiny square pets. On they send, on without end. Spamming from home, enabling slow mode.
Playing with friends, let's just pretend there are new zones. It was postponed. Oof.
All right, and we're back from this movie, Deck the Halls.
If you
Fucking
could call it.
save me. What the fuck?
The fast.
We're
TJ
back
said
from-
it was the longest 93 minutes of his life.
Yeah.
We're back from what I am told is a movie.
I remember specifically, I think around like maybe the 10-minute mark, we're like, this isn't so bad.
Yeah.
Because it
It
wasn't.
wasn't at that
The beginning
point.
of Act 1,
I was like,
well
this
paced.
I
is
will say, this has a 6% on Rotten Tomatoes, and like on the Wikipedia page has multiple people saying it's like the worst movie of 2006, one of the 3 worst Christmas movies of all time, and it was just kind of like directionless. Like the whole time we kept saying this felt like I think you should leave skit with no ending.
Yeah. I feel like it could have been
I just want
like
to.
an okay movie.
Yeah. I just want to read Richard Roper's quote here from Wikipedia. You can't believe how excruciatingly awful this movie is. It is bad in a way that will cause unfortunate viewers to huddle in the lobby afterward, hugging in small groups, consoling one another with the knowledge that it's over. It's over. Thank God it's over.
Yeah.
Compared to the honest hard labor performed by tens of millions of Americans every day, a film critic's job is like winning a lottery ticket. But there is work involved, and it can be painful. And the next time someone tells me I have the best job in the world, I'm going to grab them by the ear, 4th grade teacher in 1966 style, and drag them to see Deck the Halls.
Really good.
Yeah, Richard
my
Roper was
God.
always good at the lines of being very mean when he needed to be, and boy, this movie does deserve it. Like
biggest
we got into this in that first part. I was just like, this isn't so bad. You know, it's like, yeah, it's a
Fine.
2006 movie. Dan DeVito's
not
being
gonna
kind
be
of
the-
funny. You know, Matthew Broderick's
it's
the
not going to
straight
be the best
character.
movie I've ever seen, but it'll be like fine. And then it wasn't.
I think Matthew Broderick was the worst actor in the movie.
Oh
though.
my God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And-
He was
and that-
so just phoning it in.
And that being said, the acting itself is not the worst part
No.
of this movie.
No.
I think it was
Well, like,
outside the background actors and the green screen bullshit. It was well acted.
Yeah,
except
yeah.
maybe by
Kristen
Matthew
Chenoweth was
Broderick.
fun. Dan DeVito
Yeah.
was fun. You know, the 2
Other
daughters were
Kristen was
airheads.
yeah.
The Maddie, the daughter that was maybe from Arrested Development, was fine, except for she was
shocking.
in like 3 scenes, and I kept forgetting that she existed
Yeah.
because the son with a bow anner was in like every fucking scene, and the daughter was nowhere to be found.
Yeah.
So that was definitely a thing that was in this movie. Was it was very horny, and characters that
yeah, there was
shouldn't be
Like
horny. were
weirdly
horny.
horny.
There was a gratuitous amount of just cleavage shots that did not need to be there. I mean, I'm not opposed to cleavage shot.
Again,
But it was weird in a lot of
again,
places.
I thought that Kristen Chenoweth, again, not faulting her, but like making
This movie
her
was horny.
the blonde bombshell trophy wife is just a weird choice, because not that she isn't a pretty lady, she just isn't like
She's not like a
Awooga.
Jennifer Coolidge.
Yeah, exactly. Not like an awooga, you know, like a.
I mean, honestly, she was comparable to the Marilyn Monroe statuette at the top of the Christmas tree.
I have a feeling that they wrote this for Pamela Anderson, and she wasn't going to do it, and so we got
mean-
Kristen Chenoweth.
Well, no, because they wanted someone who could sing.
She sang in the last.
They could have maybe
second
just
of the
been
movie.
like, we have Kristen Chenoweth, let's have her sing.
and
That's
it was
true.
lip synced over her dubbed, over her dubbed vocal performance elsewhere.
So,
Yeah.
That's the way you're supposed to do it.
As a three, I was able to pinpoint the exact like switchovers between this is a 3-act structure, this is where Act 1 ends, this is where Act 2 ends. The problem is that nothing was ever fucking established in any of the acts. It was like 3 acts, like that weren't following on from each other at all. And Act 2 was bad. Like there was almost nothing fun in Act 2. I loved Act 1 and Act 3 though. I kind of think that if you just cut out Act 2, it would be a better like 25-minute movie.
Yeah, so I mean, like
All movies should be 25 minutes.
like the plot of the movie was basically Danny DeVito moves into town, and they move all the time. Apparently, that's also like a line we never stick in the. She's always got to get boxes out every time they get somewhere because he moves on.
He keeps getting a new idea, and they have to move in order to.
So
like he's always extremely good at his ideas. Like he wanted to become a car salesman, and then he became immediately good at it.
He can sell a car to the owner of the car dealership.
Yeah.
So. And so he moves into town, and then he's like, okay, I'm bored. I need to come up with something that I can do. And then why does he start getting into Christmas? Just a thing that happens?
Well, no, it's because his daughters go on the My Satellite because they're trying to figure out where some guys in their class live.
Yeah, they're satellite tracking the hot guys in their classes.
And
Me.
And it was we can't see our house. It's like we're invisible, but we can see the neighbor's house.
Yeah. So what's weird is that they can see the neighbor's house from space, but then their
they can't
lights
see their house from space.
Can't be seen from space. Their houses are very comparable in size.
And he doesn't get like jealousy of the neighbor at all. It's just wanting to not be invisible.
Yeah. It's a midlife crisis kind of thing. Like he's like, all right, I need to do something crazy to be like beloved. And so then he becomes like the Christmas guy. And then fucking, what's his, oh my God, the Matthew Broderick's like, I'm the Christmas guy.
But he kind of plays, he's back and forth. Like, it seems his character was not well written. Like, he goes from being the lovable but capable dolt.
Wait, you're telling me the guy who wrote Big Mama's House and Big Mama's House 2 didn't write capable characters that were believable?
Yeah.
I mean, remember the director who was also part of those projects as well. Last name is Whitecell, which just means he's a white incel.
Yeah.
Now, before we get too far into this, though, immediately I was like, oh, God, there's going to be transphobic jokes in this because one of the first things they establish is that the sheriff likes to cross-dress. But there's only 2 scenes of it in the entire movie, and nobody cares about it at all except for Matthew Broderick.
Except for Matthew Broderick.
Well, and then Matthew Broderick actually doesn't want to offend him by bringing it up or pointing it out. So it's kind of like...
So there's no transphobic... joke in it, which is for this movie and establishing in the first few scenes that one of the characters cross-dresses is a monumental success.
Yeah. Surprising.
The way that it makes him uncomfortable is that he gets caught staring at his bra, not because of ew, you're wearing a bra. He gets caught staring at it. And then whenever he goes to pick up a file out of a file cabinet, he just got a thong stressed up on fucking love handles.
Which I thought was just like funny because like it was just like, okay, that's just the character, and then it's not like it's a negative thing, it's just a funny thing that he got mad at him for thinking that he was doing it even though he was.
I mean,
there was also in Act 1 probably the funniest scene was when he falls into the lake and then wakes up in the back of a car and he's in a
I forgot there were funny things in this movie at the start.
Things. Yeah.
There were.
Like Danny DeVito fully nude in a blanket with him.
Yeah.
Okay, so it
really feels like if you cut this movie up into 5-minute bits of just the funny stuff and spread it around in an episode of I Think You Should Leave, like interstitched with other skits. And so that was like the one skit that you keep returning back to in between the other ones. I think it would fucking rule.
Yeah.
It's that this was a 90-minute movie.
So I mean, basically the plot of the movie is he gets mad that his neighbor is getting crazy into like Christmas light stuff, and he's the guy who's way into Christmas. So he's gonna like be mad at him about it, but not do anything about it. And then he starts like trying to get back at him through like cutting his power and all this stuff. But it's like the point, I think the problem was the movie just didn't go far enough. The whole middle act is just him progressively doing more and more lame shit to try and stop Danny DeVito's character. But it's like he's not even
like
really
falling
trying.
into camel shit.
Yeah, he like falls into camel poop and the camel spits on him.
And then they both get divorced in like the beginning of Act 3.
Yeah, because their families are fed up with their bullshit.
Yeah.
I think that if they had done as soon as if they had done immediately after the sleeping bag scene, that's whenever they have Matthew Broderick go get fireworks, and then they get divorced, and then they spend the rest of the movie trying to make it up to their families, but they fuck up somehow over and over until they work together. That would have been a funny movie.
That would have been a better. Yeah,
there. At that point, I was into the movie
because there's literally no stakes at all. Because it's literally just two neighbors fighting over lights, and there's no like stakes. There's no like, okay, how does one of them win? Until the families decide to leave, and then they're like, what's the whole point of this? Oh, their families aren't here, and then they're like, we should get them back, and that's like in the last like 10 minutes of that. So you're right. That definitely. I mean, so I wrote down that this is a movie that has the elements of a good movie as just very. It's not well directed. There are a couple points where there are some really funny shots, like when Matthew Broderick and Danny DeVito are trying to bond over ogling some Santa baby girls. Is this pre or post Mean Girls? Because
it's post.
Okay, so we're doing a Mean Girls is what they were going to do, where the girls are in Santa. Sexy Santa skirts, and then their daughters are the girls in the sexy Santa skirts, and they turn around and he says, I'm your daddy, which is really off-putting to hear Matthew Broderick say that. But like,
they hear Matthew Broderick say, who's your daddy?
But they do a funny directing shot where they zoom in on Alia Shawkat's eyes, and she goes like crazy, and it zooms in on their eyes, and they're like crazy, and then they're washing their eyes out with holy water.
Holy water, yeah.
And that would have been funny. But they didn't jump cut to the holy water washing thing. Like the movie was so slow. Like it needed to have like more like cuts. I'm getting so like when he does the fireworks at the end, which is like the final straw for his family because he sets fire to his own house. He's setting those fireworks off for like, it felt like 10 fucking minutes. Like it should have just been like, bam. Oh God, I fell.
At the beginning of the fireworks scene and got back from peeing before he got the big firework out.
Exactly. Yep. It was just like, it just
like she didn't even get to be saved from that scene.
Yeah.
Well, and one of the other things too is that Danny DeVito gets back at him by stealing the town Christmas tree and putting it in his house as like a I'm making it up to you gesture. And then also he steals a car from his dealership. So he comes into work and they're like, here are these papers, you need to pay for this car or they're going to arrest you. You don't get arrested for not paying your car bill. They just take the car from you.
Especially not in one day.
So like I was like, oh, did he like steal the car?
You have a loan.
Well, because someone out, like, I don't remember if it was TJ or you, Spanky, that came up with the idea of, oh, he's going to like have reported the car stolen, and then he's going to get, that would have been funny. Instead, it was just, no, I forged your signature that you bought the car.
Yeah, then I came up with a funnier movie's version of this, which would be that he didn't steal the car, it was actually a gift, but then Matthew Broderick like makes everything worse by paranoia.
Yeah.
That would have been a much funnier movie.
Yeah, that could have been a different way of doing it too, is that making Buddy's character, Danny DeVito's character, just good and not doing anything evil, and then it would be very similar to like what I said, Election, which is another movie that's fairly similar for Matthew Broderick, where he's getting into a fight with this other character and just going more and more insane as the movie goes along, and being paranoid and everything. But in this movie, it's justified because Buddy is actively stealing his power and doing these other things.
So I made a point that even by minute 50, even though the framing and the writing makes you think, that Matthew Broderick's character is supposed to be the protagonist, that by minute 50, it still didn't feel like you knew which one was the protagonist.
Yeah.
It was
Well, because there's a ton of POV stuff from like Danny DeVito's character, and then a ton.
Yeah,
of
they
POV
spend
stuff.
too much time with Danny DeVito. If he's supposed to be like the wacky villain
Yeah.
of
It was-
the piece,
it was-
then
there
you
were
don't
two
spend as
leads
much time
in
with
this
him.
movie.
Yeah.
And and to do 2 leads, you have to make one like have Danny DeVito be the Dennis the Menace, where he's like got a heart of gold, but he's fucking up his neighbor's life, and then have Matthew Broderick be the Mr. Wilson, who just wants this guy to leave him the fuck alone, but like otherwise isn't a horrible person, and then have their surroundings react to them. But it was all about their interaction with one another.
This is why I was trying to make the parallels with Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, because it definitely felt like DeVito is supposed to be like the John Candy character, the lovable dolt, but is surprisingly capable when you don't think that he should be. But then they would keep slipping in like he's just a curmudgeon out of nowhere, but didn't fit with everything else.
So it's another construction point of the movie that's failure. So like we brought up I Think You Should Leave, which is there's some parallels with this, of the fact that this movie is like just 2 dad-aged guys going insane over little shit, which is the entirety of what I
Which
Think You
is
Should
what
Leave is.
I Think You Should Leave
So
is.
the movie Friendship is a movie that Tim Robinson's the main character of, and then Paul Rudd is the other guy. But you don't have scenes where Paul Rudd's off talking to his wife about Tim Robinson's character or something. It's the one guy is the main guy. And
exactly.
They didn't do that with this. Danny DeVito and Kristen Chenoweth had multiple scenes together about their family, which is like, okay, so are they the leads? No, yes. The Chair Company, the other Zach Kanan, Tim Robinson show, he's the main character, and you don't see, he's going off and doing zany things, and it's all about him. They should have done that with Matthew Broderick's character, but they didn't. It was just weird.
No.
I just want to bring this up too, Spanky. You said that you were happy to see a 2006 movie because it won't be written in a way where it doesn't respect you and thinks. What are your thoughts on that after seeing the movie?
There were a couple of scenes where I still think that holds true. The 2 scenes I'm thinking of is the vase from the beginning, which you didn't notice because you were too busy trying to look up those fucking twin sister actors to see if they've been in anything else.
No.
And
this is the only thing they've been
in. But when they walk in, they accidentally bump into it, and then the wife's like, "Oh, that's my grandmother's vase. It's like my family heirloom. It's the most expensive thing I own." And so like that establishes that, and then that never comes up again until it gets panned into frame when Danny DeVito's trying to look for money. And a Netflix show written for today would not be that fucking clever. And then the other thing was at the very end. Now, I did criticize this movie because the first scenes we get are like, I'm gonna fuck my wife now with all of my clothes on and underneath the covers entirely.
Yep.
But before we do the fucking, please tell me what your job is for the audience. And
Yeah.
like, oh,
That's
well, I
good
edit
foreplay.
cookbooks. Yeah, I edit cookbooks. I'm your wife, who you're about to have sex with fully clothed. I edit cookbooks for a living. And I did hate that. But I think now that I've seen the whole movie, I just think that's a bad screenplay. I don't think it's specifically written for an idiot. And at the very, very end, whenever they make dinner for him to win him to be undivorced, I was like, oh, it's going to be the recipes. Because I remembered that from the beginning, and it never reminded me of it about the movie. So even though this was written like piss, I do think it respected me more than like anything I watch on Netflix nowadays. Like it really did respect me more than the horrible shit that's like now. So I said in the first part, like, it's better than Netflix, and that is exclusively a negative thing that I'm saying there about.
Yeah,
it's an insult more than anything.
There is a movie that does this plot better. This whole maybe not the whole plot, but at least the conflict, and that's Neighbors from 2014. With Zac Efron.
Very
and,
true. Very true.
What's his face?
Seth Rogen.
That entire movie is the plot of what this movie should have done, is them just getting more and more unhinged, where it just doesn't ever really go there.
There's no raising the stakes.
Yeah.
The kid wants to, Matthew Broderick's son wants to go shopping with him.
Yes, he wants to spend time with his dad.
10-second scene. And that's all you get of his motivation besides Bo Anner at Twins. That's like his only
and
character,
Twins.
except for Yeah, except for he did walk down some snow-covered stairs and about eat shit, and like they kept the scene in the take where he almost ate shit.
Where
on the
he almost
staircase.
ate shit.
And
Yeah.
I did appreciate that because you could watch his face go oh, fuck, and then go back to smiling because he remembered he's supposed to be smiling and running down the stairs.
And-
I thought that was very funny.
And honestly, the son didn't get the payoff for any of the Bowenner at the
No.
twins.
No.
That's
No,
true.
and I'm
There were- there-
glad
there
because
was-
that would have been really gross, and I would have hated it.
Yeah, but you think you at least get like the awkward side hug at the end, and him at least enjoying that. That
That is
Coming
true.
in
That
his
is
pants.
definitely
Yeah.
a plot thread that they completely left when because he's up there to help his dad cut the power for Danny DeVito's, and he's looking in on the twins who are having a pillow fight.
fight, and you only see like the shadows.
But
of
it's
the window.
only
Yeah,
like
that's
their silhouettes because the blinds are drawn, and he's like, "This is the best night ever," or something. He says, but that's the last time we get any of that plot thread. It's gone.
Yeah.
What was the point of any of
Yeah,
it?
it's like rule of threes. We got the setup at the beginning. We
Yeah.
got the middle of like best Christmas
I
ever.
was assuming
and we
so,
never.
So at one point they go to live together in a hotel room for some reason, not get two hotel rooms. But
I think they have two separate hotel rooms.
well, they're
It's
all
just-
hanging
all
out
spending their
together
time
in one
yeah.
hotel room. You would have assumed they
It's
would
like
have
a
had
suite.
something
It's
with
like
the
a
kid.
I'd have been like, can we go borrow your shower or something like that?
exactly. But they didn't do that. And maybe
I mean-
that's on the cutting room floor. Maybe we
Family
missed that.
film. I
Yeah.
don't think they would have done that in the motel.
Yeah, but then why did they have
I
any of
think
it at
what would've
all?
been-
Actually,
I
wait.
think what would have
This was written by Big's
way-
Mama's House people.
Exactly.
the way to actually end that, if you're gonna be that gross and have that in your fucking family film, the way to end it is to have the third one be very chaste and have it be that he gets a peck on the cheek
Uh-huh,
for
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yep.
Yeah.
like a very chaste ending to it. So it's
The-
like
Yeah.
He's 12, that's big
Oh,
for him.
I've already
Twins-
written
It's double peck on the
Landers
forehead.
stuff.
Yes.
It's double peck on the forehead.
I've already
12.
written the
Yeah.
ending, and that is he goes
It's
out.
us. It's me and John kissing our dog. Double peck on the forehead.
Yep.
He goes out and sees the lights, and he's like, "Hey guys, come down, look at this." And then he's like, "Let's follow it." And then he brings them to their house, and the girl's like, "Oh, thanks for finding this." And then he gets the pack, and he's like, "Aw,
Yep.
that would be the way to do it." But they didn't do that.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it was just a completely thrown away. This movie is just full of ideas, and then doesn't really
none of them
stick
are
any
fleshed
them.
out. And there's also like
Don't forget
also
the
like a
speed
thing.
racing, speed skating race in the middle of the
Yes.
second act for no
Oh.
reason.
Yeah.
They had
Cut-
so many B-list celebrity cameos.
Yes.
Fucking like Cal Penn was not like
With a British
that was,
accent for no reason.
Yeah, with a bad British accent, and also Cal Penn isn't Arabic; he's Indian, and they gave him Amit Saeed as a name, which is
Yeah.
which is an Arabic name,
Mhm.
and he's British also, so none of it made sense. But he that was he was in whatever White Castle,
Harold
Harold
Kumar.
Kumar.
right?
Harold and Kumar.
When
Harold
was
Kumar.
Harold Kumar? Was that like
Um,
Right
and-
after, right?
yeah?
Or was it when I was in college?
Yeah, I think
Stuff-
so.
There's also like a weird side plot of like Alia Shawkat's character is growing up too fast, and like Matthew Broderick is like, "You look like a
A
slut or whatever." But
she's in
is-
4 scenes. It's like
and
establishing.
she's always
scene.
dressed normal. Yeah, she's not in enough of it, and it's not like. I guess there is a
She's
part
not
where
even wearing
she's
like a skirt. Like the girls who are dressing on purpose as the hot girls of the show are always wearing like a mini skirts,
Mini
jean,
skirt,
jean
yeah.
skirts, and like Uggs because it's 2006.
I was gonna say they're
and-
very 2000. They're the most 2006 hot girls possible.
Yeah, they just came from Forever 21,
Mhm.
and what's her name?
Alia Shawkat.
That she is always dressed in like a slightly loose top and full length pants.
Yeah, she's
like-
like just looks like a normal
Reasonable. Completely reasonable.
girl. Yeah.
Harold and Kumar Goes to White Castle was 2004, so it was 2 years
2 years
before
before.
this.
But there is a part where Alia Shawkat is dating 4 adult sailors.
I don't remember.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He's
that
like,
also should have been cut because
was
that doesn't
weird.
make any sense about
yeah,
anything.
she's like, I'm going out tonight with some
It was-
guys that I met because of those sisters, I'm assuming, because she becomes friends with them.
So,
And-
so I'm guessing like the 3 of them, maybe some other people, and there's 4 sailors who are about to go, like about to be deployed.
But they're like sailors in full sailor outfits.
The sailor hats,
like this.
though.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
Hey, I just came out to meet you at 8 p.m. on a Saturday. I'm wearing my fucking sailor hat.
Well, okay,
I'm
and
about
so-
to go sail.
So they're in Massachusetts in some city, and so okay, maybe they're near the ocean or something where sailors would be. No, they're in the fucking middle, like Pennsylvania ass
Yes,
middle.
because we
of
see it on their
Massachusetts.
Google Earth knockoff throughout
Yeah.
the whole movie.
Yeah.
It's like the west
Okay,
side
speaking
of the
of Google Earth knockoff, so this movie is 2006. So I wrote down a bunch of old technology that I saw in it. So I wanted
Okay.
to point some of that out.
Yeah.
So they had an awesome early 2000s Dell laptop, like a Dell Latitude or whatever, with the fucking awesome bezel and the huge metal Dell logo
Yeah.
in the middle. So I liked that.
Yeah.
The oh my god, what a fucking job optometrist to give the guy as well. Like what a fucking way, like a dentist. They were like, he can't be a dentist because that would be too obvious. Let's make him an optometrist, you know. He had an iMac, like one of those all-in-one iMac things with the not like the cool colored ones, but the one after
iMac
that.
G5.
Yeah, with the metal. So I thought that was neat. At one point, Danny DeVito is DJing his music at the his Christmas thing, and he has a dual iPod dock with like the DJ mixer spinner things on it.
It was a DJ mixer with 2 iPod docks on
Yes, and he DJ
it. Must have
mixes.
been a real thing.
Yeah, he DJ mixes so hard that A, his family leaves him in the middle of the DJ mixing, and B, it starts like smoking. He starts like smoking the fucking.
And that was one of the scenes where I'm like, this is an I think you should leave sketch.
Yeah.
This
Yeah,
would be
for
Tim
sure.
Robinson is so dedicated to being a DJ in his front
His
yard. with
Christmas
his wife and
DJ.
family, and he
Well, it's
just
like
can't give up.
it's similar to in the chair company when he's into his Jeep tours.
Yeah, he gets
like,
too into his Jeep tour company. Okay, so that was good. I noticed while he was watching a better movie that was Meet Me in St. Louis.
Yes.
Well, his family had left, and he was like cleaning off
Yeah,
the
I
stuff
wrote.
from his
He's
phone.
watching a movie I wish I was watching.
There was in front of his like his like 2005 era like LCD 32-inch TV that I'm sure cost $1 million. There was a PlayStation 2 Slim with a bunch of controllers on top of it. I love the PS2
PS3
Slim.
came out in 2006. Like,
Yeah, so it was
probably-
this was like
yeah,
right after this movie was in theaters, but probably not when it
Exactly.
was filming. So
oh yeah,
Yeah.
I feel like Sony probably must not have been involved because I feel like they would have been like, give him a PS3.
Also, didn't his son play Xbox? He said he
Yeah,
beat Halo Legendary Edition.
Oh,
yeah,
did
so-
he?
yeah. Someone
I'd
mentioned.
forgotten.
Yeah,
Oh, well.
yeah, Halo on Legendary. Yeah, Halo was referenced early in the movie.
Okay. Another thing referenced, BlackBerry. Someone said you don't have to put your Christmas things in your BlackBerry. The Christmas is the fun things that happen that you don't have planned with your family. So I thought that was interesting. And then at the end, MTV News comes out with Suchin Pak as herself. Because they're like showing off.
Someone I legitimately haven't thought about in 20 years.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Dusting that off. She's probably like dead or something, right?
Or right wing.
Who?
Suchin Pak.
Sushin Pak?
I'm just looking it up
Still
now.
alive apparently.
She's still alive. She's Korean. What
She
did
married
Nate
Mike
Cribs.
Bender,
Cribs.
co-founder of Awkward Family Photos, on March 24th, 2012. The couple have 2 children together, their first being born in 2012. So she married the owner of Awkward Family Photos.
Oh,
so,
she's
doing okay.
she's doing a podcast with Kulap Bialysuk.
In 2021, she resumed her role as narrator of MTV Cribs. She's back doing it.
Interesting.
Yeah.
All right, she's just she had a bunch of kids and now is back to doing stuff. Good for her.
Yep.
I was just expecting because like who was dead? Oh, it was someone that was dead that was in this.
Yeah,
movie.
someone was dead. Who was?
The Glee
This is
guy.
a posthumous release. Was it the
Corey Monteith.
writer?
He was Madison's date, so he was one of the sailors.
Yes.
And he's dead. The guy from Glee that died of heroin.
Well, that's what you get for fucking sailing.
Being in Glee.
Yo, the Gleeks are gonna come for the podcast now.
Before breaking into show business,
-6 that listen to
Monteith
us.
worked various jobs, including Walmart Canada people greeter, taxi cab driver, mechanic, school bus driver. What? This motherfucker was a school bus driver. Roofer and a drummer for a few bands. I don't think drummer for a few bands counts as a job.
No.
That's anyway. Okay, and then so Suchinpak's there because they gave up on their dream. He gave up on his dream of being seen, so he like took all the lights down, but then they put all the lights back up. So
They put all the lights back up.
I don't understand the point.
As a whole line from the motel to his house.
Yes.
And then in the span of that same night,
town.
the other dude called everyone in the town to bring their
every
own
single
lights
person
to
in the
this
town.
house. And they were able to get it all on this house. Like that's days of work, and they did it in the course of
that they showed
an
Danny
hour.
DeVito's
That's like
character
20
doing
minutes,
over weeks.
Yeah.
He did
There's
it.
a thing. There's a type of comedy that I'm personally like pretty into, which is like Green Acres, where the straight man character is like, oh well, that wouldn't happen, and then the entire town just goes fucking bonkers around him and act like it's normal, and then he's losing his mind. And I kind of wanted that from this. Like the townspeople are fucking nuts in this place, but they never really do anything funny. with
Correct.
that. Like,
Correct.
Like they got Fred Armisen's character who sucks and like isn't
Who's,
funny
like,
once
German?
in the movie.
They also literally spoofed that. I think Lauren, you pointed out they spoofed the news blooper where they talk to them as like it's a great day to be jogging.
Spanky and I both mentioned because I said it's the perfect running texture.
Yeah.
And then
And then she slips and falls like in the background. It's like, okay, cool. So
And this
so
is like a year after YouTube, so I'm sure that video exists.
so they all get together. They probably saw it on like E-Bombs World. So they all get it together at the end, and everyone in town, and then they're like, everyone brings their lights. So it's like I said, it's like It's a Wonderful Life, where everyone brings their money to the bank. And in this case, everyone just brings their own lights from their house to his house, which seems like, how would this make them be able to be seen from space? Because he already had billions of lights on his house. Like, I don't know how this would be more, but it's more. And then the lights don't work because I don't know, the something's not plugged in right, and they're all sad, but they're like, whatever, we're here together, so it doesn't matter. And then Kristen Chenoweth
sings "Oh Holy Night," which was my favorite part of the movie.
And then everyone pulls out
everyone got out their fucking phone.
their Nokia ass cell phones, 2006 S cell, 2 years prior to the iPhone phones. And starts waving them in the air to be light while everyone sings, and
that's what you did at your Evanescence concert.
And people had candles, and it was nice. And then the horny kid sees that the like high voltage line isn't fully plugged in, which, I mean, I feel like if that was like that, it would be arcing or something like crazy, like half plugged in like that. But anyway, I mean, it had to be a lot of power. So he plugs it in, and then the light can be seen from space, and the light is so bright that the computer monitors of the people working at Cal Penn's like satellite laboratory are like, "Whoa, it's so bright!" And he's like,
I did like that, because that was right back to it being fucking stupid. Like, as soon as this movie stopped trying to have pretense of being like a wholesome film where anything matters, I started liking it again. And then, once it was fucking dumb, I started liking it
Cal Penn's character has like a line where he's like, "He bloody pulled it off," or something like that. It's just like it's just one. This is after Harold and Kumar, so how is Cal Penn playing a British guy? Like, the people have already seen him in a movie that a lot of people saw with his normal ass voice. It feels like, did they film this in like 2004 and then it didn't come out for a couple years? You know?
I just want to say, and I didn't know when to say this, but one of the notes that I have written is Zingo.
Zingo.
Who says Zingo?
Danny DeVito.
Oh, it's when they're at the Winter Carnival in the dreaded fucking second act, and he's throwing snowballs at the Nutcracker.
Oh yeah,
And he throws it,
and
and he hits it, and he
"Zingo."
goes, "Zingo!" And then Matthew Broderick's character's like, "I'm gonna throw a snowball," and then he misses so badly it hits an old lady in the face, and then
everyone kills themselves.
and then a random background actor character says that mean man hit that old lady, and that's it. There isn't like a mob or anything. You're just like, oh, maybe no. It's just things like happen.
The joke of that.
What
The
was
joke
it,
of that was the horny kid goes, he just winged
Just winged her. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
he
it's like-
just winged her. But like, and then
That's not
and
a funny enough joke.
and then it cuts off, and then it goes. It's so
Yeah.
weird. It's like they like have a half
Yeah.
ideas, and then they just don't. It's like if I think
The
you should
correct
leave.
ending of that is the old lady gets up, makes her own snowball, and just fucking nails Matthew
and
Broderick in
then
the
Matthew
head.
Broderick dies in real life, like not
Yeah.
even in the movie. He just actually dies.
You know, the only celebrity cameo I needed in that movie was Tim Daggett.
So,
So I think so like just the comparison to I think you should
Joke
leave.
just for Lauren.
So the comparison that I think you should leave though is that like I think you should leave is a lot of just like middle-aged guys trying to one up each other and then the situations go so crazy beyond what would be normal that it's funny and weird. This movie just does those situations and then it gets just like one step above normal and then all right, we're done.
That's like, all right,
Yeah.
that's good.
Like the old lady would have gotten a snowball and like hit him and then followed him home and just be throwing snowballs at
Right.
him all night,
Right.
That would have
Yeah.
been the I think you should leave version. So this was just like, nah. I think it would have been
listeners-
funny though. Like they could have at least had her get up and throw one back at him like while he
Oh,
was
yeah,
doing that
something.
that skating race. That could have been
Yeah.
one of the things.
Yeah.
It was just weird. It was just this movie had nothing. This skating
mentioned-
race. It had Hurley in
mentioned
it for
this-
some reason.
why the fuck was Hurley in
From
there?
Lost.
Yeah.
I don't know. He was big at that, and he's big now, but he was big then.
Yes.
I don't know. Spanky
so
said he's
from-
an incel now.
Yeah, what-
I didn't say that. I said it wouldn't surprise me
Frankie
if he
said
was an incel
he
now.
probably
That's
is
true.
one now.
Let's see.
That's
I'm looking now. See,
So while John's looking
His
this up.
name?
he's got a
Listeners.
podcast. He was on The
I-
Masked
Oh, God.
Singer,
Oh. Well, Masked Singer's, go.
bi-weekly
Like
podcast
anyone
dedicated to kaiju films. So, Spanky,
Okay. So, yeah. Spanky,
you should get on
get-
that.
yeah.
Get you in to listen.
Get you. Yeah. Get you.
Uh,
But no, I implore
I'm not
listeners.
that mean.
I implore listeners to find me another Matthew Broderick anything within 5 years of this movie where he doesn't fucking look older than he does in this movie.
Yeah.
It is like even from minute one, he just looks like he's. I
He
mean,
looks, yeah.
he looks rough.
He
I
doesn't
don't
look good, which is
I-
crazy because like he looked fine in many other movies from this era. Like he was in the producers around this, and he looked
Yep.
normal. He
Except
was
for
in,
Wives, Election,
Yeah.
all that shit.
and
I
he
think
looked
that he just
normal.
was in this to make money, and he didn't care.
Yeah.
Because he just didn't care. There glows the neighborhood, by the way. The tagline.
That's
Mark-
such a bad tagline.
Mark Irwin did the cinematography. I don't know who that is. Let's look it up.
Cinematography.
Cinematography. There's
Cinematography.
there's the podcast episode title. If we needed one besides the
Cinematography.
name of the movie, cinematography.
Cinematography.
Ugh.
This is just like this is back when Hollywood was just throwing slop out. I mean, the cinematographer Mark Irwin, I was just looking up, has worked with John Whitesell, the director and producer of this movie, who did Malibu's Most Wanted 3 years previously, and The Big Mama's House. It was just making shit, just
This
putting
film-
out slop. And
This film was not nominated for 3 Golden Raspberry Awards. Worst excuse for family entertainment. Worst supporting actor Danny DeVito, which is a shame because
yeah,
I
he
think
did a
Yeah,
good
he
job.
did good.
he put his fucking heart in this movie.
Yeah, he was trying.
Well,
He just does. Yeah.
On the scale that anyone put their heart in this movie, he
Okay.
absolutely did, and nobody else.
he-
Nobody else met Danny DeVito's energy, and maybe that's like what the movie deserved, but like
Yeah.
kudos to DeVito because he really didn't phone it in the way that Broderick did.
He at least put one testicle into this movie.
Yeah.
Can we just I'm gonna give Matthew Broderick some credit here. Okay, I'm reading the Wikipedia article on this. And so we say he phoned it in. But in the scene in which Steve and Buddy are in a speed skating race, Matthew Broderick had to train with a real Olympic speed skater trainer for a few weeks before he could film that scene. Matthew Broderick interview talks
was fun. I want to do
Deck
it.
the Halls. Oh my God.
Wait, so this came out in 2006. So that was a year when there was Winter Olympics.
The Winter Olympics.
Dude, I got an interview
So it
from
was like
I don't
Apollo
know if
Ono
we had
and
to.
Well,
I think it
hold
was
up.
just like, if you're gonna make me do this fucking movie, I get to do some weird stunts or something. I get to meet somebody.
Winter Olympics are typically January, February of that year.
Yeah,
So I
like
guess-
the Winter
I guess it's around
Olympics
the time
will
of
be
filming.
soon.
Yeah.
I don't think this movie was filmed so far in advance. It just from watching
you're
it
right.
didn't look like much post production happened.
Fuck, I need to watch curling this year. I keep missing it every time Winter Olympics.
Well, the Winter Olympics hasn't happened yet, so
I know.
Yeah.
there'll be time for
Also,
curling.
I don't know how you
I'll be
miss it
watching
because
skating.
I post about the Olympics nonstop when they happen because I am an Olympics enjoyer.
But I don't watch shit. I
I
forget
do love
to
the
watch
Olympics. It's
So-
the only
You
time I
see-
watch a sport.
Discord.com and then go to the Sports Zone channel, which you probably have muted because you're a fucking loser.
I
And
just
then
posted it today.
WWW.
if it's a winter year, it's usually just me posting about Winter Olympics. But if it's a summer year, me and Lauren are both posting about the Winter Olympics or no, the Summer Olympics.
And to caveat, I'm only posting about gymnastics.
Okay, slow
Yeah.
down. All right.
But I'm posting about everything else.
We're getting off topic. So
And Blumpkins.
I want
Wait.
to point out
Off topic is the best part of this.
I want to
podcast.
point out
What are you
so
talking about?
Sheriff Dave
Topic sucks, John.
Sheriff Dave, the cross-dressing sheriff, right? He
Yep.
provided the voice for Optimus Primal in Beast Wars Transformers, and he was in he was the voice of Optimus Prime in all of the like newer Transformers stuff
Yeah.
from the 2000s.
So Gary Chalk is a Canadian actor. He shows up in all sorts of shit.
He's in a
One of the
million
he was
things.
Dr. Robotnik in Sonic Underground.
Mhm.
He's been a voice actor in lots of things. He was also in one of the, I believe, the second Sonic the Hedgehog live action movies as like a military guy, maybe the first one. But yeah, he's been in all sorts of shit. He is a journeyman actor.
They have a lot of Canadian actors in this because they filmed this, of course, in Vancouver.
Newscaster that wasn't the MTV one was just some fucking Canadian newscaster.
So I was
Who's
pointing
real.
out Lachlan Monroe when it happened. He was in the Peacemaker series. He was the male detective guy who is in the first season. So there's just a lot of like character actors in this. It's just insane. It's just so bad. I understand. It's not even like it's boring. Like nothing happens. I literally wrote, what the fuck is happening in this movie?
Yeah.
I wrote, "What the fuck is pacing?"
There are
It's
people
so
that
bad.
I think from the time and like in the quotes of the reviews and obviously with the Rotten Tomato score who make it sound like this is a like just abjectly upsetting experience to watch. And what it is a funny 10 minutes followed by an extremely boring hour followed by a kind of funny end. And
Yeah,
that's
it's
like
just boring.
it's not like if it's on while you're talking to friends, which is what it was for us, except
Yeah.
that we were kind of paying attention to it because it's for the podcast. But like we happily interrupted it multiple times and did not bother to rewind it because fuck that.
Yeah.
I've put on shitty movies and like the Santa Claus 3, the Escape Clause. I've put that on and then kind of not watched it before because if you watch that movie, that sucks. It's not good. And I even like the Santa Claus 2. The third one, it's bad. It's just fucking bad.
John says I'm not allowed to watch the Santa Claus movies because I'll have erotic dreams about Bernard.
Okay, so
I already do.
So I've unearthed an interview with Matthew Broderick from 2006 about this movie. He said, what singles this Christmas film out, do you think? Matthew Broderick. I think it has a very nice feeling to it, a simple sentiment and a good message. The film points out that Christmas is not about lights and spending money. There is a special feeling to the holiday. It is all about the Christmas spirit and goodwill. This is like the most boring answer you could ever.
Yeah.
It's like
Also,
every single Christmas thing is about this, about how it's not material.
The two things that happen at the very end that make Danny DeVito undivorced is he spends all of his money with his credit cards on the vase to get it back,
Yeah.
and they bring lights back to his house.
Yeah.
So it is about spending money and lights.
Yeah.
That's the two things that happen at the end.
I did kind of like how Kristen Davis was talking about, like, you can't force like a holiday tradition. It's just a thing that you do every year, which I think is
which was
nice.
in Act 3.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yes.
and that makes sense in Act 3, but where she's like, it's like, you know, when you went to your uncle's for Christmas when you was a kid, and it's like, this is Act 1 material. The movie's about to be over. Why am I getting this now?
Yeah.
Yes.
You should have introduced that at the beginning, and then he's trying to make it spontaneous, and that's why he's like, no. We go shopping every year, so I ordered it instead because that would be spontaneous, and not realizing that like his son enjoyed shopping with him. Like there's ways to get that message across, but they didn't even introduce that. It feels like that scene was shot or written in the screenplay to go in the beginning, and then got edited back to the end.
Yeah.
So I wanted to point this out. So I brought this up a couple times we were watching, just how terrible the fake snow looked, because it was really fake looking.
Yeah,
it was really bad.
And so I got this interview, and it says, "What was it like making a Christmas film in the summer heat in Canada?" And Matthew Broderick says, "It was hot and it did not feel Christmassy. You did have to pretend to act cold in a way that had been much easier filming in the freezing cold in the middle of winter. But that is the magic thing that movies do. We may have been feeling hot and sticky and uncomfortable in our thick sweaters and gloves and coats. The film ends up looking like a little town in Massachusetts in December." No, it didn't. It was amazing and fascinating watching the crew pump out all the fake snow and build a huge tent that covered the two houses so we could shoot in the daytime. And we didn't need to shoot every night. The nights in Vancouver are very short during the summer. Yeah, of course. Mm-hmm. So
so I know we've made some allusions to that, like fully clothed almost, but not quite sex scene at the beginning of the movie. You know, the Everybody Loves Raymond style of I'm wearing a t-shirt and wife's wearing a full pajamas. There was a 2006 interview on Live with Kelly and Mark, where Kristen Davis confessed that she was nervous about being cast as the wife of Broderick, because he's married to Sarah Jessica Parker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yep. So she said she received approval via an email from Parker. However, not before a rewrite of the script added what Davis termed a playful kissing scene between herself and Broderick. That was that scene at the beginning. Apparently, according to Davis, in her opinion, the scene as filmed was too steamy for the film to hit its PG rating.
What?
Yeah. It would have been cut from the final print, so they rewrote it to that.
Dorkin to Peanuts.
Yeah.
Interesting.
It would be weird playing opposite your friend's husband.
Yeah.
Your friend's spouse.
Okay, so the Wikipedia page also says that this is the third lowest rated Christmas movie on Rotten Tomatoes, below the Nutcracker.
That's still too high.
The Nutcracker 3D, which is a weird 2010 Elle Fanning starring Nathan Lane, John Turturro. Oh boy, we gotta watch that. This sounds like a train wreck.
Why did we watch this?
Well, I didn't know this existed. Next year.
Neither.
Tanting for next year. We're gonna watch the Nutcracker in 3D, starring Elle Fanning, Nathan Lane, John Turturro, Richard E. Grant.
Ballet.
Oh my God. Set in 1920s Vienna. Okay. So it sounds like it sounds like that is like trying to be a very faithful adaptation of that actual.
Okay, so
book.
I'm not looking at the plot of this, but I did go to its Wikipedia. It says it's one of 41 films on Rotten Tomatoes to earn a 0%, and it received criticism for its allusions to World War II and the Holocaust.
Oh, hell yeah. And making the rats reminiscent of Nazis?
We have to watch this.
Holy shit, we have to see this. Oh my god, there's bombing? What? Okay. Okay. And then the other one is Christmas with the Cranks, which I forced Lauren to watch one Christmas, I think. We didn't
No,
do this.
we didn't. You didn't force me. We just thought it would be funny if we watched it.
Did we do this for this? We didn't. We just watched this on our own.
No, we just watched that on our own.
This is written by Chris.
ourselves
This
to
is written
that.
by Chris Columbus as well, who's a very talented director.
Yeah.
But
And has good Christmas movies.
yes. So it's interesting. That movie is much better than this one. It isn't good, but it's similar in plot because it's
more entertaining than this
because
one.
Dan Aykroyd is like super into Christmas, and Tim Allen and Jamie Lee Curtis's
Time Alien.
kids are out.
Time Alien.
Their kids are in college or whatever, and they're not coming back for Christmas, so they have it on their own. So they're gonna go to like the Bahamas for Christmas or whatever.
Yeah.
And then they're like, no, you have to do Christmas because that, and then it's like the town.
They do like a giant party every year.
Yeah, it's almost kind of like a horror movie where the town is like trying to get them to do Christmas and they are trying to avoid everyone. That it's not great, but it's not bad. This movie just nothing happens in it. It's just dull. It's not actively bad. It's not poorly acted. It's just like everyone just stamped a check. You know, Danny DeVito
really
does some
boring,
pretty
yeah.
good physical humor in it. There's some pretty good comedy, physical
Yeah,
comedy.
Danny DeVito's
influence.
entertaining to watch because he's Danny DeVito.
He's just really funny.
Like,
yeah.
yeah.
So
Like I enjoy the Danny DeVito Jersey Mike subs commercials because I like
Yeah.
Danny DeVito.
he's just a fun guy.
Yeah, exactly.
He's a little mushroom. A fun guy.
And he is a little bit Frank Reynolds, which is
Yeah.
nice, which is fun.
Anyway, I wouldn't watch it. This has a
Yeah, don't watch this. It's not good.
JustWatch.com has a 72% user rating on 1.7 thousand. I feel like this is a movie if you put on in the background while you're on your phone, you'd be like, that was a funny scene. If you're not paying attention, but if you're sitting down just watching it, if you were in a theater alone watching this, you'd be like, what
As far
the
as
fuck?
I know,
I would leave.
we watched
I'd walk
the
right.
theatrical cut of this movie, and it still had between the acts like a fade to black
Yes.
commercial.
I said,
it's
here's
like
the
it
commercial
was-
break.
It's like it was edited to specifically
To
be
be
sold
like-
to like TNT and FX
Yeah.
to play at Christmas time.
To watch
just
while you
like-
kind of fall asleep,
Yeah.
like on the
Yeah,
couch.
yeah.
Which is fine.
Yeah.
It's just,
It feels like that's what you put on the living room to go and like cook or wrap presents.
yeah.
Yeah.
because it's on FX.
better or worse than the big red one.
Red one.
Yeah.
Worse.
That we watched last year.
Red one had a
better.
bunch of like, oh my god.
Yeah, I didn't
I
watch
liked
Red One with you
this
guys,
one
so.
better than Red one.
I will
but
say I think I
that's-
like this one better than the red one because I believe it's shorter. Red one had the
Yeah.
same problems where it had a super long middle act where nothing was happening.
I just
There was a
Didn't
Chevy
like
Colorado
Red
in Red One,
There was
and
a
that
Chevy
is
Colorado in Red
me.
So
I
Because
honestly
the people
I'm
who aren't me and Lauren, one of the recurring echolalia dumbass things we say to each other is how much we like to shit with our ass hanging out of our Chevy Colorado.
blast diarrhea out of our Chevy Colorado.
I'm
And we-
the last
For
Christmas
reasons
is
I
terrible,
can't
I
even
was on.
remember. Like I don't know why we started saying that, but it's
What
now
was
one
it?
of the recurring
Okay.
bits.
The Chevrolet Colorado was from Phasmophobia, but I'm not sure why we were pooping on it.
No, that's the thing. Is I remember why, because there was a truck in the garage in Phasmophobia that had French doors going into the fucking garage.
Yeah, it
Uh,
looks
But I don't remember why we were saying we were shitting out of it.
okay.
Man, I miss old Phasmophobia so much.
All right. Well, maybe you'll have to
Throw
play
it out.
Supermarket Simulator,
I will.
Yeah.
and make fun of things. But anyway, well,
They
I
should have
don't-
multiplayer.
Do we have any other?
It does.
Yeah.
It has multiplayer in
Yeah.
the supermarket?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I
TCG
played
doesn't.
multiplayer. I played with my friend yesterday. We played that game for like seriously 2 or 3 hours.
And Lauren always is like, "You're playing simulator games.
Hey,
Why?"
I've turned around on
Yes,
it. I admit I
because
was
they're,
wrong.
They're boring
rule.
and dumb and funny.
But
and
like
honestly-
in a like relaxing way.
Exactly.
One of the best multiplayer ones is the Power Wash Simulator.
Uh,
Yeah.
So good.
anyway,
Um,
Power Wash.
Honestly, a big part of it is like me and John just have gotten into a thing every year where we just like, here's our Minecraft server, and all we do is kind of listen to music and fuck around.
Yeah.
And then sometimes we're invested in the game, but most of the time we're just fucking around. And
it's fun to be silly. You can hit people with a baseball bat, which I kept doing in Supermarket Simulator, even though they weren't shoplifting.
The best version of playing a game for bullshit was when we did our podcast, but fishing in World of Warcraft.
That's true. We were just fishing in World of Warcraft while we were podcasting.
But no, before this one, the last Christmas is Terrible I did was the one we did live in person when we did Noel.
Noel.
Noel was good though. That wasn't bad.
I didn't hate that.
It wasn't great, but it wasn't awful.
I was like, I kind of liked that.
That was Anna Kendrick, right?
Yes.
Or am I misremembering? Okay.
Yes.
Anna Kendrick. Billy Eichner also was in it for some reason.
Yeah. So, well, anyway, so look forward to next year's Christmas is Terrible, where we watch the 3D Nutcracker.
I want to watch that right now.
I have to spend 12 months getting prepped for this because I don't want to watch this fucking shit.
All right. But does anyone else have anything to say before we end? Do we want to give it the patented Born in the 80s scale rating out of 5?
Out of 5, 1.
1.
Give it a 2, John?
I'm giving it a 2.
Oh,
if only
no,
because Kristen Chenoweth and Danny DeVito tried really hard.
Yeah,
it's true. But I still have to give it a 1. It's not worth the watch.
It's so long.
I'd rather just listen to like Kristen Chenoweth's Christmas album that I'm assuming she has.
Mm-hmm.
I'm giving it a 1 because it's 90 minutes long. If it was 25 minutes long, there would have still been enough to bore me and all of the Danny DeVito scenes that were funny if it was 25 minutes. And it was another fucking 60 minutes, and I just couldn't handle that.
Kristen, sorry, I was typing in Kristen Chenoweth. Spanky and I established that 25 minutes is the ideal movie. Like,
yes.
And what about you?
I got to give it a 1, even though. Like, the 1 isn't a 0. 1. There is no 0, but it has to be a 1.
It is the longest goddamn 90-minute movie I've ever watched in my life.
Yeah.
There is just a lot not happening in it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And the movie really depends on the charisma of Danny DeVito and Matthew Broderick carrying it, and only one of them is trying, and it just doesn't work. Matthew Broderick also apparently in the interview said they had like a 4-year-old at home, and so I'm assuming he was like, you need to do this for the money.
Yeah,
college fund. Like for the kid.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, that's it for this Christmas is Terrible. Hope everyone has a great Christmas.
Discord.com, DISSCHORD. Join our Discord.
Merry Chrysler, because it's
Happy Christmas.
Movie
Happy Christmas.
Happy Kramer.
They did have Chryslers.
They did have a Chrysler. There was a PT Cruiser and a Dodge Durango or whatever.
What if we kissed in the PT Cruiser
Caliber.
that's in this
What if we
movie?
kissed in the 2005 year model PT Cruiser featured prominently in the film, whatever the fuck this film was?
Bye, everybody.
Deck the Halls, the most generically named movie. This was supposed to be called Light It Up, I think. Or All Lit Up. All Lit Up was the original name. And then they went with Deck the Halls. So it was even more generic. All right, we're done.
All right.
We're done.
Mwah, mwah, mwah.
Roblox Christmas, time for presents. Roblox Christmas, I want presents. Baking hair got bacon and ate it super fast. Jenna the hacker is shaking, cause she was just hacked. And we've lost an oldie, now he is mad. Piggy is chasing me, and now I am sad. Roblox Christmas, time for presents. Roblox Christmas, I want presents. 1, 2, 3, 4, more presents. 1, 2, 3, 4, all presents.